Hello everyone, today I'll be showcasing every single unit from the April event update in Anime Adventures. Let's go. So we're going to showcase Vengeful Swordsman or Kagurabachi. Alright, so this is his cosmetic right here. I honestly think it's a really, smooth and clean cosmetic. It's not bad if you grind during the weekends with the ×2 boost. Alright, so this is how he looks right here. Doesn't look bad honestly. He has a really nice fit. The only bad thing I would say is his face. His face does not look anything like him. Alright, so on placement he has 14,000. Do remind I do have 3 limit breaks here, alright? 14,000, 26, 38. Upgrade 3 will get scatter. Really nice, smooth animation. I love the bubbles as well. So there isn't much to complain. Yep. We get Kaminari, which is a really nice, it feels really out of the manga, I guess, because it's black and white. Next attack we got Cut Down. Really smooth one hit. Let's look at it once more. It looks like a koi, right? Like a koi fish. So on max upgrade, we have 260,000 with 5.6 SPA with a 43 range. Do remind that I have really trash stats. Now just to sum it down basically, alright, you can boost this unit with magic and physical because his attacks are basically both magic and physical, my gosh. And basically every time this unit hits the enemy for the first time, it will crit with 100% chance, and it's a one hit as well, so you're not getting any more than that, right? It will ignore 60% of the enemy's defense, against both physical and magic. So in some sense, it's good against Infinite Castle or 80 challenge. In a sense, it's pretty good. All right. So you wouldn't really be using him much because he is a ground unit, so he's not super meta. But for maybe bosses and stuff like that, in certain situations, he is pretty good. Alright, so let's see him with Griffith. ×2, 5,000 damage isn't bad, even considering his speed. So now let's do the manual buffs, alright? This is with Griffith. I assume it's the same thing with magic as well. Okay, so it doesn't stack, does it? I guess you can see from the damage, I guess. Realistically, it's doing both magic and physical, right? Yeah, it's doing both magical and physical, so that's pretty nice. So I guess you can take in a sense that it's doing both magic and physical. So that's pretty good. Alright, so we are on Chuuni right now. This is how she looks. I do have a shiny version of her. If you want to see how the non-shiny looks like, it's basically the same thing. I'm just joking, but it's more of a maid outfit, I guess. So just take that with a light. I'm just gonna put a image anyways, so yeah. So this is how she looks like. She looks really nice. Her shiny is basically you having the this summoning thing on her bottom, on her feet, the aura itself, the effects. Really clean here, guys. She does around 12,000 damage. Do note that I do have limit breaks as well. She does have Reaper, so that's a great damage boost as well. And she is also hybrid. She's not pure hybrid where you can place her anywhere, like here, where she can hit flying if she's ground. Anyways, let's go on to her passives, because I think that is probably the main thing of a kit. So just to kind of sum it up, alright, to sum it up, she does DOT. She does DOT, which is 7% every 0.5 seconds. A DOT and a magic debuffing are both single target. So it may seem really overpowered at first, but it's more of a single target thing. Alright, so I'm just going to show the passives on the screen. You should It's kind of this self-explanatory. The DOT is endless until the enemy dies, and plus, you can stack it. So you can stack up to 150%, which is really nice. So you may see 150%, you saw 150 right there just now. So I heard that with unique, it already has the 150% to stack. So that's really nice. So you should get unique on her. If not, just get a good simple range trait, or get a nice mythic trait. Alright. Really simple, but it's clean, it's clean. It's clean. It's definitely a rainbow. So that's cool, that's cool. On upgrade 6, you'll get Twilight Phantasm. Will AoE, you love to see it. Really low cooldown as well. This is way better than the Vengeful Swordsman, bro. 900, over 900,000 with magic 1.44. You know how insane that is? And you're doing DOT as well. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's not, the DOT is not like full AoE, it's single target, but still, you're still gonna get the 150%, you're still gonna get 100%, and I'm not even sure the DOT is based on her buff. If the DOT is based on buffs, which I think it should, because if Sasuke can do that, I'm pretty sure this unit as well. Really overpowered. I do recommend getting unique on her. She's a one of a kind unit. Definitely get her before she goes away, guys. Alright. Okay, so we are on Kansai now, or Osaka, or many people like to call it. Okay, I'm not gonna say the meme, but she looks like this. I do have her shiny. So if you want to see an unshiny showcase, it's in my page. Just go check it out. But this is her shiny. Aura wise, doesn't change much. She keeps the speech bubble. This is her cosmetic. I recommend getting the shiny. Looks so cute. The non-shiny as well is really clean. If you're into this anime, get this unit. Other than that, no. No. Okay. Placement 17,000. She has a decent passive. So her passive is basically after 10 seconds of inactivity, she enters a daydream. During that daydream, she gains 10% damage buff every second, caps out to 200%. This bonus resets upon finishing an attack. So it may sound like overpowered at first, but realistically, it's so mid. Alright, let's see. Alright. Okay, so this is her attack. Really nice, really cute. Spawns a lot of shields. So you probably, if you like this anime, you probably like this as well. I do have to say, it is copying Nokotan. Same animation, same attack and everything. So not flying just yet. Now she becomes flying. Really nice, honestly. And her attack is really nice. I think she changes who she spawns. Look, she spawns her as well. Alright. Really clean. Huge AoE. Really high SPA. Now I'll tell you why it's not worth it. If you take 10 seconds for the bonus to kick in, you only have 3 seconds for the actual buff to set in. So you get 30% buff either ways. So in a sense, you kinda don't want a speed trait on her. You kinda want a really bad stat on her, and a damage one as well. It makes sense, because if you want that 200%, like, she's so useless. Why have that 200% cap? We're almost never gonna use it, aside from SPA debuffs in certain game modes. Alright, so this is her with the max boost. 130 million. It looks so OP, right? Like, look at this. You compare this with this. Like, what? Like, what? It's so much better. But of course, guys, you can't compare. You can't compare. So I'm just gonna place 2 other. Yes, they are 4 placements. So I guess that's good, in a sense. Can we see if the buff does stack? Does it times 2? It does not times 2. So it looks like the 200% buff, it's based on the base damage. So that's interesting. That's because of the daydream buff. She's gonna lose it really soon. Let's just wait for it. Okay, what? Where is it? Okay, weird. So let's buff her real quick. She's doing around 1.35. Honestly, the same thing with the 200% buff. Well, it makes sense because it's a 200%, but still, like, you're never ever gonna use the 200%, which is so dumb. So at most you can get is 40%. 40%, you can get the 40% buff, which is so wasted. Where is the other 160%? It's so wasted, guys. Like, damn, it's a good unit with so much potential. On placement, she does 16,000. She does her, I don't have the effects on. See, she just attacks and she strikes a pose like a queen. Alright. She gets resurrection dance. What the hell is that? Oh, she gets to resurrect someone. Okay, that's cool. I guess she has to be at upgrade 1 to actually do it. Okay, now we got Doki Doki Smash. Just a typical smash. Nothing much. I guess the really cool part of it is when you kill someone, it has some pink particles that, and now she's doing her resurrection thing, so to speak, on her passive. So she resurrects the last dead enemy at every 5 attacks. Alright, and when the enemy spawns, it spawns with 25% of the health, and the max amount she can spawn is 10. This has been nerfed so badly. Originally it was 100%. You may even spawn a boss. Unfortunately now, it's 25%. So is it still good? Yes, it's still good because you're guaranteed a spawn. But it's so bad because it's nerfed to the ground now. So she's only like somewhat viable in like infinites. Like, she could be the next AFK unit. Like, Elissa was top there, Dark Mage was top there, Chuuni was up there, and she could be the next AFK unit because of her summons. But unfortunately, it was nerfed to 100%. So now you got some trash unit that can spawn 25% health of certain units every 5 attacks. She is a 3 placement, so she isn't crazy. I almost cursed there. So she's really mediocre now because she can spawn like it's mediocre, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, she does 700,000. Is it good? It's not bad. Is it OP? Not really. I mean, we've seen it with Kagurabachi, Chuuni, Kansai. They do more DPS, or in a sense they do more damage. Her resurrection thing is cool and all, but that's it. That's really it. She's not getting anything else. Alright, so I do want to say, after this part, I just yapped a lot about how trash some of these units are. But if I had to rank out of them, which unit is like the most viable, usable, coolest, or worth grinding for, it has to be Chuuni. Chuuni being top 1. Why? She's hybrid. She's a great support. She's cool AF. She has a nice kit to use and to play with. My top 2 probably has to be either Kagurabachi, secret unit, or Violentine. Yes, I did say Violentine is a really mediocre summoner, but now if I think about it, in leaderboard runs or in infinites, 25% guaranteed 10 mobs at one time in the map isn't trash. If you think about it, it's guaranteed, plus it's 25% of a really high HP mob. So in a sense it's good, So I guess the top 2 and 3 are neck to neck between the secret unit and the Valentine. The secret unit is your typical unit, I guess. It's your typical ground. It's nothing so special. The only really good thing is mainly the 100% crit the way they can buff both magic and physical, and I guess his passive. Other than that, he's pretty basic. And my last one has to be Kansai. She's so mid. I guess you could play around with her passive by putting her at the back or slowing down the enemies. But if anyone has a tech where you can maximize the 200% damage, do let me know. But for now, what I'm seeing is it's not worth even trying to get the 200% because there's so many other units that can just do better than her. DPS wise, damage wise, Vegito with no trait can probably do more damage. Like, if we're being for real, she's so mid. So I wouldn't get her, I will only get her due to the cosmetic. So this is my ranking. Do like and subscribe, maybe join my Discord if you do like it. Do check my new video that I just posted a few days ago. It's about the value list. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time.